All right, what's going on, guys? Back with another midday rant. So I'm at work again, but I have a little time off. So I was kind of looking at some things, and I kind of had some thought-provoking conversations, and I wanted to provoke some of your thoughts as well. Maybe we could have a conversation. Maybe you guys could sway my thoughts. Maybe I could sway yours. So I have my little notebook here. I just jotted down a couple ideas that I wanted to talk about today. And the first one is Rafael versus Justin Gaethje 2. So I just rewatched the first fight last night, and there's a significant speed difference in the two. Rafael, if he keeps the distance and Justin can't get his hands on him, which the more and more I watch Justin, is like I realize the holes in his game. He has no clinch work. It leaves so much to be desired because he ends up in the clinch so often with no knees, no trips. And I'm like, Justin, come on, level up a little bit. That's just a little bit of my insight there. But in my opinion, Rafael could put him out. Justin could also put him out in the first two rounds. I think it's one of those fights that if it goes to decision, Gaethje will end up winning. If in the first two rounds though, when Rafael is at his his fastest and his most precise, he's more dangerous than Gaethje, I think, in those first two rounds. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys think about that. Second thing is, reportedly Max Holloway, Arman Tsarukyan, Charles Oliveira, and Dustin Poirier all turned down that Justin Gaethje fight, which I understand. So Justin Gaethje is no slouch of a fight, and so I was kind of thinking about like Dustin Poirier's last fight, who he could fight and stuff, and it can't be Justin. Like he already got put out by him. I don't think that's really like a legacy-altering fight. For Arman Tsarukyan, he is a number one contender, and he's not going to fight the champion after pulling out the day of. So I think he definitely should have taken that fight. It would have been a good challenge to see what he's actually up against. Because, I would have loved to see Arman challenged again. I think the last time Arman was really super challenged was the last time he fought Islam. Just saying, I would have loved for Arman to take that fight. Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje, yes, it's still a blockbuster fight, but we already kind of know how that plays out. Other than that, Ilia Topuria moving up to 155 is a very interesting thing for me. So there's obviously the power. The power is usually the biggest thing, the biggest difference between fighting at 145 and fighting at 155. So with that being said, Ilia carries the power though. So if he bumps up another 10 pounds, is able to come in at the fight at 168, because, even though they weigh in at 155, they're still coming in a little heavier and stuff. And nobody's going to convince me that Michael Chandler's fighting at 155. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's reports of him fighting on the fight night at 187, 190, which is insane. Anyways, I digress. I think the best fight for Ilia when he moves up to 155, if it's not Islam right away, which I know everybody wants to see, would be a Max Holloway fight. I think that should be a number one contender fight. If Arman didn't want to pick up that Justin Gaethje fight, move him out the way. Ilia's coming through, and I would love to see a Max Holloway-Ilia 155 fight. Max, he has power. He put out the Korean Zombies, put out a couple people and stuff, but most of his things are volume and cardio, whereas a lot of the other fighters, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, these people hit like trucks. I don't really think Ilia wants to go into any of those fights as his first fight. Not saying that Islam doesn't hit hard, but I think that the scale, the cosmic balance of if he were to be put out by Islam, he could fall back and still fight Charles Oliveira, Fiziev, anybody really in the 155. If he starts at Max Holloway, gets put out, he's not really going to be able to move anywhere until he puts some wins together. So right now, I think he really should be fighting for the Islam fight. If it falls short, I think Max Holloway could be the second best option, because anybody else could really match him in the power category, potentially. We really don't know. Him moving up to 155, who knows? It could make no difference to his power. It could give him a significant difference to his power. What I would like to say, though, about Max Holloway is he lost to Volk 3 times at 145, albeit the second fight, I think Max won, and I think a lot of other people think that as well, but when he moved to 155, he looked like a whole different fighter. When he fought Justin Gaethje, he was on top of everything. He was moving perfectly. He looked like a whole new fighter. Like he was 25, first fight. Like he looked great. If we see that kind of Max Holloway back at 155, I'm sorry. I'm pushing my cards on Max Holloway regardless of how hard Ilia hits. Yeah, because I think even with those 10 extra pounds, Max may have a little bit of a better chin. His cardio is better. He's not going to have that crazy weight cut. And Max is a significantly bigger fighter. I think he's 5'10", 5'11". When I look at Ilya, he definitely strikes me as a 4'8". No, I'm joking. 5'5" kind of guy though, like 5'5", 5'6". I don't think he's any taller than that. Yeah, that's my little rant for today. If you guys have any disagreements or have anything that you guys want to comment on, go to comment down in the section. I'll make a video about it. We can have a conversation. Peace, fight fans.